So today, it's just me. Obviously, Mental is here. He might say hello to you every now and then. I don't know. It's up to him. But he's playing Destiny. He's playing Destiny. And I am trying not to. I'm not going to lie. It's hard. But I'm trying to practice. I'm trying to, like, you know, make sure that I'm still coding. I had, like, an interview thing, coding thing on, like, Friday. So I'm just, like, you know, really trying to practice this week and make sure I'm all good for that. So I decided I don't have time to fit everything in sometimes. Sometimes I'm just hardcore, like, learning how to code. But now that, like, all of my lessons are kind of, like, over with the course I was doing. But I can still do stuff on my own. I can still go off and, like, actually apply what I learned. Make some of the projects that I make them better. Because obviously, like, when they give you assignments to do, they just say, hey, let's just, like, practice loops and stuff. So you make something. The whole purpose is just to make a loop, just to make sure that you know how to do it and make sure it works. But it looks trash because it's just make sure it does what it does. So I thought, well, I'll just go and, like, make them a little bit better. There's a couple of things that I really like that are just little things, but I thought it would be cool just to, like, apply some skills to. So I've just gone around making some stuff better, and that's what I'm doing today. And then on top of that, I'm also going to do a little bit of extra, like, learning. Not today, but just in general. This is just what I've got going on. And obviously I still want to game and I still want to stream. But when I was, like, doing my course and, like, just doing my lessons, I didn't have time, which is why, like, a lot of the time we didn't stream as much over the last few months. But now that, like, my actual lessons are over and I can kind of learn what I want to learn, how and when I want to learn it, I figured I can stream it a little bit. So I can kind of do 2 in 1. It's kind of cheating, but yeah. That's what we got to do. So to start off with, I'm just going to, like, work on some of the stuff that I've been doing. So this is something that I did on my course. It's a little thing. We didn't even, I went extra and did, like, a HTML page for it, but you didn't have to. The point was in JavaScript was just to use a couple of things. So create some variables, use if statements. I actually don't think a loop is in here. Yeah, no, this was just about if statements, and also using, like, a random number generator to have a prediction on, like, a random outcome. So I have it down here somewhere. Okay, so this is what I decided to then add, like, an input page so that it's not just off of a program, and have it so that you can actually interact with it and then it'll talk back to you. So I need to make stuff a bit bigger, right? You can tell I've just been messing about here. So if you, like, put your name in and then click enter, and it says, like, hello Jade. If you don't put your name in, it'll just say hello. So if you don't want to put your name in and you just click enter, it'll just say hello. And then you have this section here that pops up afterwards, which I really like. I was working on this the other day and I wanted it to feel mysterious. I wanted it to feel, because it was just popping up instantly, and I was like, nah, that's trash. The moment you press enter, it was saying, hello, what is your question? I want it to just come up, like, after, on a bit of a delay. I don't know. I feel like that makes it a bit mysterious. I think you said you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I did. And then you type in your question. It doesn't even have to be a question at this point. Just text will do. And then you ask the question, and then it comes up with a random reply. I'm pretty much done with, like, the JavaScript of it, I think. The only thing I need to do is a little bit of CSS just to, like, make some gaps here. I feel like this definitely is too close. Do we feel like this needs a gap? I don't know if it does. I feel like that could do with a little bit of a, like, a line height. I think would do that there. So that the what is your question is a little bit higher than the text box itself. But it's not a big deal though. But I definitely want this bit here to be further down and bigger. And I also might put a transition on it so that it doesn't just pop straight up, you know, the way that it does. So when you type something in, it just comes straight up. I think I want it to transition a little bit. So if that is the case, then yeah, we probably will have a little bit of like JavaScript, but we'll see. So we'll get into that. Okay, so it's really hard when you first get started because you like have to get into the zone and you're like, oh my god, what was he doing? And your mind is just like, what is all of this stuff? Me no! Oh, you want me to Okay, I think this is jQuery. I only used this once. I was actually looking into jQuery a little bit the last time I was working on this, and I came across this. I think that's actually how I managed to... What is hide? I think that's how I managed to do the transition. Okay, yeah. Because this is a little cheating. I don't even know if there's a better way of doing it. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, so hide here. This is what I have with the jQuery. I'm actually going to put it here. Oh, that's not how you do it. Used with jQuery transition, maybe? Yeah, I just spelled that correctly. Okay, so if I undo this, oh no, because the display none. No, that doesn't work. We want it to be displayed. It's this one, I think. Okay, there we go. So basically, this is cheating. But basically, what I've done here is... Can I go back? Yeah. Can I? No. It's this and then this. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've created two sections. The enter your name section and then the what is your question section. So right now, you can just, you know, say hello and then what is your question and ask it. They both work just fine. In fact, you don't even have to do your name. You can just go straight to the question. That's not what I want, right? I don't want that. I want you to have to put your name in. Or if you don't put your name in, at least you have to click enter to get to the second question. But obviously, this way, you don't even have to. This bit's pointless. So I was like, okay, how can I get this bit to show? So I decided, since it's there, I'm just going to put like a div over the top of it. This probably isn't the right way to go, but I don't know, I did it. I probably made it hard for myself. So basically, I now get rid of so it's not hidden. Okay, so basically this is what you see. I have like a section, they're called divs, right? So I have a div over the top of it. I gave it a background colour of white so that it matches, you know, the rest of the background. But I've put a red outline on it so that you can see what's going on. So because obviously if I get rid of it, it just looks blank. But then, yeah, that is the point. So if I then get rid of the outline, it just looks like there's nothing there. But there is, you can't see it. So if I put that outline back on, and then when I hit this button, this disappears. Watch. Wait, does it? Yeah, it does. I was like, hang on, wait a sec. So that's basically how I do it. I cheated a little, I think. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be done. But I basically just covered this over with a white background and then added a transition that it will disappear when you press this button. And then that's how you get the effect of this kind of coming in delayed. There might be a better way of doing it. I just don't know about it. So that's basically what I did there. Okay, why did I show that? What was I going to do? What brought me to that section? Oh yeah, I wanted this section here. So when you ask a question, I want this bit to be further down. So I think that is just a paragraph, if I'm correct. Yeah, it's this one here, answer. So I've got a paragraph, but I've left it blank, like I haven't typed anything in it, so that JavaScript will just put the answer in for me. So before like anything gets asked, when this comes up, basically like the paragraph is there, it's just got nothing in it, and then when you click ask, JavaScript then fills the paragraph with a sentence. So that's how I did that section, but I want that to go down. So the ID is answer, so let's grab that, go into the CSS file. Pretty sure I don't have one in here. No. I like CSS, but it gets messy. Like, I get really messy in CSS. Like, I have shit all over the place. I should put little markers, but I don't. I should though. But, yeah. I'm not. Okay, so it was an ID, not a class. Okay, and then what do I want? I want it to have a bit of a margin. But only on the top. So we'll do margin top. Like 10 pixels, maybe 20. But we'll try with 10 at first. Actually, no, you know what? I could go quite far with that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do something crazy. Let's do 40. It's quite far down, right? Because I want to make it bigger. So... let's do 50. And then the size... we'll do like... there are different sizings and I'm not fully sure. Like, I used to... when I first was like learning about CSS, I did kind of know the difference between some of the sizings. You have like pixels, like, which is px, which is pretty much most of like what is used. But then when it comes to responsiveness, it's better to have like either like a percentage for something, or there's this thing called like view height, or like view something, and then there's also something else called like EM and REM. They stand for something, but I've forgotten. And basically what that means is like one of them, I've forgotten which one, is like the basic like standard font that you've got set for your whole page. So let's say if it's 16 pixels, and then like one of them, EM or REM, is like times that. So if you do like 5 EM, it'll be like 5 times your base font. So if your base font is 16, then it'll be like 5 times 16, and that's how big your text will go. And the point of that is so when you're shrinking your page to different levels, so if it's on a bigger screen, your text will be bigger. If it's on a smaller screen, your text will be smaller. But if you only set it to pixels, and then when it goes onto a bigger screen, if you set it to 50 pixels, your text will always be 50 pixels. And then when you shrink it to a smaller screen, again, your text is still going to be 50 pixels. It's not going to get bigger or smaller. So that's why we do that, but I don't remember which one's best. So I'm just going to take a guess here and go REM. I feel like that's not as bad as... I think EM's like bigger. Yeah, see, that didn't change any, which makes me feel like that's just the base. And then if I do 2, it should just double in size. Is that too big? I feel like it's too big. And then, yeah, so it doesn't really get any bigger. Yeah. Oh wait, of course it doesn't get bigger because I didn't ask it to get bigger. Just jumping ahead, don't mind me. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make the whole thing bigger, aren't I think. These are fine. I like how these are all the same, but it could be a bit bigger. So let's do it in here. Let's do font size 1.5. Oh yeah, that's too big. I don't like that. 1.3. Is that too big? I don't know, is that a bit big? Does that look horrible? See, yeah, you're gonna have this issue here because I didn't think about size. Like the hide div is basically what I'm calling it for the transition is like going to be in the wrong place, and I also think I can make that a little easier too later on, so we'll figure that out. I think if I just get the sizing down right now, then yeah, I feel like that is good. I think that's a good one. Do you think, babe, that this should be bigger than everything else? This text should be bigger than this text? The outcome?
Yeah, it could be, I suppose.
Or does it look off?
It does look a bit weird.
It does. Yeah. Is it because it's too low down?
Maybe, yeah.
If I brought it up a bit higher?
Like, I see what you're trying to do with making it bigger, because it's the answer. It's like, you know, it needs to be emphasised on, I suppose, but it just, yeah. I think the font probably makes it look a bit weird as well, with the size. Do you know what I mean?
I like the font.
No, I'm not saying don't use the font. I'm just saying some fonts, just with, you know, different sizes, make stuff look better and worse, you know? It looks alright. Did you just move that up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks better now.
I think it looks better.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I make them bigger? If I just say inputs, right? I wonder if that's a thing that I can do. I feel like I can. If I do input, font size 2. Oh wow, yeah, I can definitely make them bigger. Okay, so if we match it, what do I put for them? Is it 1.3? Yeah. 1.3. Oh, that looks horrid. Okay, that's not so bad. So 1's not bad. Yeah, okay, that's not so bad. We'll keep that for that. We'll keep it like that for a little while, and then I'll see what, like, if it needs any more. I wonder if the buttons could also. Could we do input and button? Yeah, that's a dot. I don't want the dot. That's not what I meant. Yeah, so the button's bigger too. I don't know if that's good or not though. And the button can also do with a little bit of padding. Like 5 pixels. Oh yikes, no. 2. Just a tad, just a little bit. See if I can do like some sections. So inputs and buttons. Question section. What is that? Question section. yeah. You don't have that. Forgot the comments are not the same. Obviously that's the container. This is the top. I know what that is. That's everything. That was just a jQuery. I don't really know what to call that though. I guess the header. Yeah, I guess we could call that the header. And then the H1 can go in there. The image, which is here, that can also go in there. And we'll call this the title. That's the image. That doesn't need to be there. So the user question is on the bottom. Greet section and the username. I don't know if I have them in here. Let's see what we can figure out. That is what we want. And we'll call it user name section. We'll call this one, oh wait, we already have a user question. Yeah. User question section, and put some buttons. Yeah, we can keep it like that. This is the transition. I like to call that, but actually, yeah, if I just call it jQuery, I don't know if it's supposed to have capital, but jQuery transition section. Get rid of that. Don't think there's anything in there. Grab that, because I was going to do something with it, but I wasn't sure what to do, so I just kind of left it. Okay, that looks a little less messy right now.
Lessy messy.
Less messy. Okay, right, now we've got to fix this hide. This hide situation. So I actually think if I can put these both in the same div, we should be good. We should be able to just kind of be on top of each other. But one might be underneath the other one. We'll see though. So if we put this one in first. I'm going to put this one inside this one. Okay, so getting back to this. So basically I'm trying to the div section that I have that's hiding, that hides what's under here. Where I've made the size bigger, it's off now. So now I have to fix that. Okay, so I decided if I put this div in with the div where I've got like the question section and stuff, it should be easier when I'm resizing and stuff, that if it gets pushed down, that'll get pushed down with it. We'll see though. Okay, that's the JavaScript. I'm not in the right place. I have a cooking question. Are English muffins just called muffins in England? Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're just called muffins. What do you mean, no? Yes, they are. Thanks, babe. Hi, Jaden. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Jaden? Yeah, of course they're called just muffins because we're English.
No, they aren't. Yes, they are. They're just called muffins, bro. We have two muffins.
Technically, they are called English muffins, but I don't go in and say, can I have an English muffin? That's how I'll have it on a muffin.
Yeah, you just say, can I have, like, a breakfast muffin
They know they ain't about to give me, like, a blueberry one.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong, but we do have two types of muffins, technically. You could get confused. If you went into a shop that sold both things, they might maybe call it something different. But in general, though, if you go down to a supermarket, go to the bread aisle where the crumpets are kept, you'll see it's just called muffin.
Imagine going to Mackey's and can I have a sausage and egg but English muffin.
Yeah, right? They don't do that. They just call it McMuffin, bro. I'm making my 81-year-old mum teach me to make them tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
That sounds
bit
good.
Of egg, bit of bacon, let's go. Of course, but what we call a muffin is a cake, not something for breakfast.
Yeah, but we also call the breakfast muffins just muffins.
Yeah.
Well, we do. Probably Sachet Boy over there probably doesn't. Do you know what I mean?
True.
This
is the posh guy we're talking about.
Also, I did laugh the other day, Flares. I was meant to type it in your chat, but I didn't. It moved on. Someone was talking about something called like the COL, and it was like the cost of living crisis, and you was like, COL, I don't know what that is. And I said to Dan,
immediately I was like, it's cost of living!
And he's like, oh, I'm not sure what that is. And then I think when you figured out what it is, she was like, oh, yeah, is it that bad? And I was like, of course, posh boy over here doesn't think it's that bad.
It don't affect him. I saw you on D2 when we were playing. I have been playing D2. I'm actually playing D2 right now. While Jadie's doing a single stream that I'm not actually meant to be a part of.
Oh, of course you're a part of it.
But the fans, you know, they're here for me.
Oh my god, the head though. Guys.
We'll definitely have to play Jaden. I was speaking to Jadie. We got a few King's Fall runs we're going to be doing next couple of weeks, so we'll have to do one with you, bro. Like the old times. Yeah, we know what they are, Flares.
My god, here we go. Yeah, Flares.
We know
bro,
what they are.
We know.
Obviously, I don't go in and say, "Can I have a bacon muffin?" And they're like, "Here, would you like blueberry or lemon?" You know what I mean? Obviously. You know that Asda's going to prove you wrong now, babe.
Yeah, no, hang on. Let me do this off screen. Hang on. Alright, let's go. Asda muffins. You got your sweet treat muffins, and then you got your breakfast muffins. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. English muffins. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Are you? English muffins.
They don't have to tell us they're English muffins because we're English, bro.
Just muffins. Just plain muffins. What a weird name.
Yeah, to the rest of the world, they're English muffins because
to us, like, they're English.
They're pretty much exclusive to English.
What are you fucking doing?
Like the old times about the 3-hour jumping puzzles. Definitely.
See, breakfast muffins.
Yeah, he's asking if we call them English muffins.
Which we don't.
Here, which we don't.
We don't. We call them muffins.
He knows what they are.
He knows what they are.
In England, are they called English muffins or just muffins? And there you go, from an English shop, they're just called muffins.
Yeah.
I was explaining that when we say just muffin, we refer to cakes as just muffins.
That's not true.
And muffins.
And muffins. Okay, if you were to have a muffin for breakfast, Flares, one of these, what would you call it?
He would call it an English toasted something or other.
Scone.
Yeah. Yeah, but we just call them muffins.
Yeah, but we do just call like
Asda just calls them muffins, isn't it?
Yeah. We sometimes specify.
I don't. If I go into a cafe and say, "Can I have a bacon muffin?" and they bring me out bacon wedged between 2 bits of blueberry fucking muffin, they're getting a slap in the mouth.
I agreed. Come on.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
There's a time and a place.
I fully agree.
And if I go and can I have a blueberry muffin, they say, "Would you like egg and bacon in the middle of it?" No, actually, hold on.
Oh my god.
Would that be brown sauce or ketchup, sir?
Oh dear.
Time and place to suck on these.
These what, sir?
These robot nuts.
How are you, Jaden? How are things, by the way? Oh, I like the sticky element of that actually. Okay, so that's relative. An element with position absolute is positioned relative to the nearest positioned ancestor instead of positioned relative to the viewport, like fixed. Okay. Because there is one, there's all different kinds of positions, and I know there's one, which is why I put, so over here, where's the HTML? So this whole section here is the user question section, which you can't see it right now, but it's this bit here, what is your question? And obviously it needs to be hidden. So I have a section called hide, which is this white bit over the top. You can't see it, but because it's hiding some of it. It needs to hide all of it because the size is just a bit off. So I did have it outside of this div, but I thought if I put it inside, I won't have to have it, because right now I'm having to position it. I'm having to position it down from like the top of the screen. So position it like all the way down here. But the div for this question section starts around here anyways. So if I put it in the same section, I won't have to have it go down as far, I think, which is what I'm trying to do now. And I forgot what one of the positions are. Thanks, by the way. I don't know if I said thank you. I feel like it's this one. I feel like it's position absolute. I feel like the first div needs to have a position of relative, and then the new div needs to have a position of absolute, I think. So, I'll just double check. Okay, so an element with position relative is positioned relative to its normal position. Set in the top, right, bottom, left and right. What I said right again. Set in the top, right, bottom and left properties of a relatively positioned element will cause it to be adjusted away from its normal position. Other content will not be adjusted to fit in any gap left by the element. So, absolute. An element with position absolute is positioned relative to the nearest positioned ancestor, which I'm assuming is this one if it's relative. However, if an absolute positioned element has no positioned ancestors, it uses the document body and moves along with the scrolling page. Okay, I think it's that one. We're going to give it a go. Okay, so this needs to have, I think this needs to have position relative. Hey Doc.
What's up, Doc?
How you doing? What's cooking good looking? Oh, I think he's talking to you, Dan. I'm tired as fuck. Oh no, why? Yeah, I was talking to Dan. Yeah, I know. Okay, so now it's down there. If I take away the top section. Okay, this is what I wanted. Yeah, this is what I wanted. So now that I did the position relative and the position absolute, I'm actually glad that I kind of understood that. I know I had to Google it a little bit just to kind of remember which one was which. But that, for me, when I was first learning CSS, was actually really hard to get to grips with the position bullshit. So I'm glad I'm glad I remembered. Wait, you have 2 jobs, Doc? Oh. That's a lot. Do you have to have 2 jobs? What's the second job? And one's you're still, like, is the lighting job, right? What's the other one? Is that HTML? This isn't, but I do have HTML in here. This is the HTML for this page. Then we've got JavaScript for some stuff that's going on in this page. And then this bit here is the CSS of the page. Okay, what was I going to do? Okay, I need to move that over. So if I click this and it moves down, yeah, the whole thing moves with it. Okay, I like that. So Monday to Friday, I work as a FedEx guy, And then Friday, Saturday, you do lighting. Damn, you get 1 day off. I pull 1,200. Yeah, 1,200 euros a month now. That's a lot, though, isn't it?
What, 6 days a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get 1 day off. I mean, fair play. Though, I guess you're doing what you gotta do, but it is a lot. Try not to burn yourself out. Okay, if we move this over from the left, probably like 20 pixels. Let's see what that gives us. Oh no, it needs to go more than that. It needs to go way more. Maybe like 50? Nope, more. Like 80? More. Okay, that's weird. Why does it not fix completely though? Why is the width now different? Oh, of course, because I made it bigger. Of course. Okay. Let's do 60. Let's make the height 90. Let's do just top 0. Or we could probably do top -5. Yeah. No, keep it like -10. Let's keep top -10. And then we want the width to be 60%. 65%. Yeah. And then that should be fine. And then when that pushes it down, and then it disappears. I don't like that that's so close, so I'm going to do 70 just to give it a bit of extra. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so I've got that covered now. So now the sizing is good. So if I put my name in, it says hello, then the transition. What is your question? Will it rain? No. My sources say no. Okay, so I feel like I'm done here. The only thing I want to do is maybe... Do I want to maybe make this centered? Then when it comes down, it'll be a little further down. Yeah, I feel like I could push that down a bit. I don't know how to make it centered though. Is it text align and then like, is it justify content center? No, okay. I don't know how to push that down. I don't know how to make that centered. Whenever I see people do it, they do text align, justify content, center, and the whole thing goes in the center. I don't get it. Everything's inside that one container. Everything should be centered. It isn't. Okay, how to center everything in CSS. I don't know if that's the right thing to type in. I want to center the whole page. I just want the whole div. I want how to center container CSS. Yeah, I don't recall anything, so I don't know how I would type that. But I want to do it in CSS though. Which one's vertically, right? Vertically down. How to center vertically. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't do CSS, sorry. No, that's okay. So like I've managed to center it like horizontally, but I want it now down here, so vertically is what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Is that Flexbox? So display flex question mark. Oh my good lord. No. No, no, no. That is absolutely not. What the hell? Nope. I don't know what the difference is between the two. That still didn't work anyways. Yeah, no, that's not working. What I can do is I just push it down from the top, which is annoying. I didn't really want that, but margin top like 50 pixel, no, probably like 100, maybe 150. It's not fully centered, but okay, not 20, 200. What do you reckon? Does that look kind of centered-ish?
That's good.
Yeah, I wanted to move the whole thing down. So like this has more to it. So it says like hello, and then it says what is your question, and you ask it a question, and then it gives you an answer. I just wanted to move the whole thing down like that. So maybe create a container that is display flex, and in that container place the other container. Yeah, I just did that, but it didn't work. So I just created a wrapper container that wrapped the container. I did display flex, and then I did the text align and the justify content centered, and I still didn't push it down. But I've seen that other people do it and it should work. I don't know why it's not working for me. It never does. It just never does. It's the simplest of things that just doesn't work for me. Do what they did. Okay, what was I watching yesterday? I can watch YouTube videos on stream, right?
Yeah.
I think. I'll show you what I was watching yesterday. This guy was so good. Okay, so this is what I was watching yesterday. I thought this was so cute. He creates some kind of like water droplets almost, or it kind of looks like little bubble things. It looks really cute. I think it was this one anyway. He's adding the fonts in. We don't need that. Okay, that's not what it is then. I'm missing something. Okay, so here he does the body section, he does display flex, justify and align items. I did align text. I did text align. Would that be different? Would I have to have a wrapper? Does he? I don't think he does. Oh, but he does it in the body though. So technically he does. Okay. If I did just the same as him, just for a second, just to see if it works. Let's just stick that there for a second so I don't lose it. So display, flex, and then was it align, items, center, justify, center. Oh wait, hang on, I already did some bullshit. So that whole line commented out. Yeah, okay, that still doesn't work. And that's okay, no worries. Okay, so looking at this person's, I realised that he actually put align items and not like centered, text align, whatever. I did text align, he did align items, but it still didn't work. So I'm just going to double check. We don't need that section. Justify content, align items. Okay, so he did that, but they're just at the top. That's doing what mine's doing. Okay, then he does like a minimum height thing. Okay, that there. Minimum height. That's what he gets. Why? Why would that make a difference? I don't even know what that does. Well, I kind of know what that does, actually. Yeah, so that's saying that the minimum you can go up to is like here, right? Because it can't go any higher. Okay. Never used that before. Not in this context. Would it be in my container? It wouldn't be, right? I'll try. Min height. He did 100 view height, or I think that's what it's called. I'll try. But I don't think it needs to be in there. Yeah, it doesn't. Or is it because display? No, that's not going to work. Yeah, no, okay. Let's take that. Let's stick it on there. Okay, yeah, so that's the difference. Wow, okay, I did not know that. So minimum height is the one, that's the difference. Nice, thanks that. That's odd though. I really wouldn't have guessed that. I really wouldn't have. That would have been the last thing I would have tried. Although technically I did push it down with margin, but then like, I don't know what makes the difference, but like margin, then like nothing can go in the top. So, okay. So now that's good, let's just double check everything works here. Yeah, okay, that's good. Do we feel like that's too far down the page? No, I feel like that's okay actually. Okay, I think I'm done honestly. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah. Good. Looks good.
Outlook is not so good. The only thing that I don't like is I can't click enter. I might actually fix that while I'm here. Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out right now is how to add an event listener. I don't know if that's the right event, but I think it's to do with a key. So a key press down or a key press up or just key press. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to figure that out. Never used one before. What I'm trying to do is have it so that when you enter your name, let's get rid of that, I can press enter and it will submit. Right now I only have it where if you click the button it will submit, but I'm trying to figure out how to press enter and it will submit. If anyone has any ideas, let me know. Like everyone talks about every other button except for enter. Like, no kidding, they mention the shift key, the num lock, page up, home, insert, delete, caps lock, shift, control, alt. Bitch, where is enter? You know what I mean? So I read somewhere not long ago that there's something to do with like keys, like they have a code or something. So I did Google it. I don't know where it's gone now though. One of these. The code was like 13. Is it this one? Not sure. Oh yeah, here. So for enter, the code is 13. And now I got to kind of figure out what do I do with that code. The problem is though, is sometimes some of this info is like so old that it's not the same anymore. Okay. For key press defense, it's pretty clear that the code of the type character should be returned, and pretty much all browsers do that. But if there's no code associated with the key, arrow keys and keys like page down, F1 don't have codes. We call these special keys. Note that escape, backspace, enter, and tab are normal because they have codes. Okay. Okay, interesting. So, I guess it's something like this. What's the E though? Is it because of that? Submit, so it's listening for it, I guess. Equals 13 because that's enter. Okay. Let's see, how is the syntax for that? So, do I want on key? Which one does this person use? That just checks if it's been pressed. It says on key press. Can I do both? Can I have, so if anyone knows, on the HTML like input, on the button, I have greet. Oh, of course. I just realised it wouldn't be, I wouldn't need to. So that's actually a lot more simple. I was thinking that the function that I wrote for when you click enter, so if I click it, some stuff happens. I was thinking, is it going to overwrite it if I have a new function for enter, like for clicking the button, not the button, for like clicking it on the keyboard? But you wouldn't, because it wouldn't be on the button section, it would be on here instead. So I feel like that actually would be fine. I guess I just got to figure out how it's wrote. So let's see if there's anything here. Or is it on key press? On key press. Do I want to give it a new function? Because I can't call it the same thing, right? Because it would just be, and it wouldn't know. Okay, I'm just gonna, for now, just to make sure that I'm understanding. Now I feel like if I click any button, it's gonna run. Yeah, it does. Yeah. So if I click that, it says hello, and then it runs. Yes, yeah, so that's not what I want. It needs to know that there's a certain button being pressed. Why is it saying there's something wrong in here, by the way? What's wrong? Oh, it's because I'm in there. It's this one. It's called, yeah, value. If you do an event listener, is that the same as the key down thing? So if I do event listener, I don't know what the syntax is for that. Actually, I'm going to have to double check. Event, if I spell it correctly. Okay, then inside it's click. So event listener and then key press. Can I choose here the key? don't think I can. Maybe like, I mean, I'll try. I don't think I can though. So it says you can do 3 things. Where was it? Where did I just see that? Okay, so the syntax is the event, which is key press, then the function, and then the user capture. Would that be what I put in? So in that case, it would be that. Make that a bit bigger. And then an extra one of those at the end. So then function. Is that right? And then 30. Is that not? That's not okay. Okay, I don't think that's correct. Okay, I don't like what I just did there, so I'm not going to do it. Instead, I'm going to take this, leave that as it is, and just create like a new one. Because I don't want to mess up the function that I do have that does work pretty well. Okay, but it says there's something wrong there now. Or is it this? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, then how do I add a function to that though? How do I get that to work? Because then it says you do function inside and then you close that off. So like this at the end, then it's saying that's incorrect because it is incorrect. Okay, so you do key press, let's say it's 13, and then let's say the function, I probably don't have to give it a name, maybe, but we're just going to call it enter. Very generic. Did you just laugh?
No.
Oh. I don't know if this will work. We'll give it a try. Okay, let's see. I guess that doesn't need to be in there, right? I don't know if that would still work without that being in there. Let's find out. Okay, it seems to, so that's all good. Let's copy that, paste in there. Okay, don't know if it works. How do I get it to do it? Because do I just do a function enter, I guess? Let's try it. I don't think it's going to work though. Oh. Okay. It's looking promising. Or not. Or not.
Not going to plan, babe?
No, it's not. I can't have them twice. So how can I even test that it's working? I guess I could change it from hello. I guess I could just change it to like just test for now. So then I'll know if it's any different. Yeah, okay, I can try that. I feel like this isn't right though. Okay, I know this should definitely work. So let's try this. Okay, that doesn't. So I think this section here though should work. I'm not seeing any errors. How do I get it to link here? Now do I put enter? No, still no. See, I feel like that should though. A key is pressed down and that key normally produces a character value. I feel like it doesn't know to pick it up. Okay, so when I was looking on Stack Overflow, I did see a person say to use this, check and see if E and E.code equals 13. Again though, how does it know? See, why does he do a little E there? That's what I'm wondering. I'll copy and do the same, but I don't understand why though. So, if E and E key code equals 13. Then I'm hoping it will just run greet. How do I don't put function greet, right? Do I just put greet? I feel like function is creating it. I don't know if that'll work. I'll try though. No. Oh damn. I really thought. I really did. Okay, so that doesn't work for me. I don't really fully know what he was doing there anyway. Oh, he does return there. Maybe that's why it's not working. So in here he does return, enter, E, or does he actually write event? I'm not sure. No, it says E is not defined.
You're cool enough.
Yeah, I am.
Turn that down.
And then maybe then that also wouldn't work. That still doesn't work. And then let's try that. And it still doesn't work. See, I feel like so many people are saying that that's the one. Granted, it was a long time ago.
Have you tried copying it completely?
I mean, yes. Kind of. The only one I didn't do here was document on key press equals enter. I really don't see how that makes a difference though. So I'll try it. Yeah, no. It doesn't allow that. I don't even know what that does. I feel like I'm not super far. Do I have to put the E in there? I feel like I don't. But I'm going to try it because I'm not used to this, so. It says E is not defined. Oh, it works.
Yeah, you know.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so that works. So we get rid of testing and put greet. So I can make that also. It should work. Oh, it does.
Nice.
Let's go. Okay. I don't understand that though. I'd have to like look into that more. So the issue when I had it written was in the HTML syntax. I had to write the word event in there. Interesting. If I actually do how it was original, so E and E.keycode. See if that also works. No, that doesn't work. What if you just had E.keycode equals 13? That also doesn't work. So it's which which equals 13. Okay. And then we have to do the same again on question, on key press, enter, and then event. Oh no, because it's not going to greet. Okay, I need that again. But instead of greet, this time we want predict.
Great. You fucking talking Scottish or Northern or something?
Great. Wait, what did I say?
When it greet.
Would it greet? That what? Really, I said that.
Fucking greet, man. Fucking greet.
Just call it something different. I'm not very good with like names. Call it enter 2. Enter 2. Okay, perfect. Done. Okay, cool. All done. Working just how I would like. Another question. Yeah, we'll just keep asking questions. Yeah. Okay. Right, cool. That's done. I'm happy with that. Hi guys, future Jadie popping in. So while I was editing the video, I noticed that things are all over the place. My editing is not that great. So I just thought I'd come and clarify some stuff because I don't think it was obvious. So when I was doing the JavaScript for the end part of the Magic 8 Ball, so it was the pressing enter to submit the form, I just wanted to clear a couple of things up. So one, I did try and edit it to make it like as short as possible because I did a lot of Googling, a lot of researching, because I didn't understand this part. I've heard of it before, I'd seen it around, but I've never actually worked with it myself. So doing things like the event listener, the key, I think ended up doing like key press down, or I forget what it's called. So basically, when I was watching it back, I did notice that it clearly told me on like W3 scores that the key code was like, I forget the word, is it deprecated. Basically, it means don't use it anymore. It says avoid it. It clearly said it in red. I just didn't understand it. Like, I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, I'll try and remember that. Completely forgot that actually what I ended up trying to use was like old and they don't use it anymore. So that's why now it's quite obvious that that's why I ended up using the keyword which instead of key code. So when I was doing like e.keycode, it wasn't working because they don't use it anymore. I didn't guess, I wasn't quite grasping it at the time, but now that I've had time to sit with it and watching it back, I understand that a lot better. So I just wanted to say that that's why that wasn't working. This was the first time that I've ever done anything like this. I'm recently like new to coding. It's fairly new for me. I'm very junior, but it's something I want to do going forwards. I streamed this on our Twitch channel, but I figured, shorten it down, put it on YouTube, and it would be nice to have something to look back on. Maybe something to, find new friends that have something in common that we can help each other out. If not, at least it'll be here for me to look back on so I can actually see how much I've learned. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.